Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Zupo's SEO Talking Tea. Today's conversation for Google My Business rankings, reviews are your knockout punch. This is really important because Google My Business has become its own sect of SEO, and there are a lot of people who are very concerned about ranking well in Google My Business. But because it's a relatively newer section of SEO and also a subsect of local SEO, lots of questions and lots of questions about how do I get that ranked to the first spot as quickly as possible. So we want to go over that today. Whoa. But before we begin, I want to introduce the tea we have today. We have the Ryokucha Green Tea, which is a tea gifted to me by a friend, Brad Jashinsky, who is the director of marketing for John's Incredible Pizza. If you live in the West Coast, you probably know John's Incredible. I'm not sure how far their reach is, but I believe they're more on the western side of the United States. But anyways, thank you again, Brad, for the tea. The tea we have today is a green tea, and it has this taste of like a toasted brown rice. That's the way I like to explain it. Every time I tell people that and they drink it, they're like, yeah, toasted brown rice all the way. So let's go ahead and get brewing and get chatting. So for Google My Business, a lot of the ranking factors are very similar to local SEO. Some of them being, your citations and local listings need to be on point. You need to have optimizations on your website to correspond with the locality you're trying to rank for. So again, like if we're in Orange County and I'm a pizza shop, I want to put pizza in Orange County in my titles and my content so that the Google My Business corresponds with that. In addition, you want to optimize your Google My Business. So again, have the right name, address, phone in your business description. Make sure that it's very rich with keywords that are relevant to your business. And again, fill up those products and services. But after that, Google My Business gets a little difficult in that there's only so many things that you can be doing to get it ranked high. Unlike your website where you can build more pages, you can put more title tags and meta descriptions, you can add more content. Google My Business is a little bit different. There's only so much you can do. Um, and there's a lot of different like theories of what helps. Like a lot of people say you should be posting on Google Post a lot. I've yet to see someone tell me that like there's data. I've yet to see data that Google Posts increase your Google My Business rankings. Now the last time I reviewed data was a year ago, so maybe there has been data since that has shown that it has improved rankings. And if so, please in the local SEO community, please share that with me. Please prove me wrong so that I can kind of look at the data. But until this point, I haven't actually seen anything, any data or studies showing that Google Posts increase ranking. So long story short, the number one ranking factor that I've seen for Google My Business that really helps is your reviews. Clients and customers that I work with, when they really focus on getting Google My Business reviews, no matter what details they have on the Google My Business, they tend to just rank number one or two. So this is going back for years when I used to work in the different industries where in the dental or veterinarian industry, if you have like 8 to 10 rankings, not rankings, sorry, 8 to 10 reviews on your Google My Business, and your average competitor has the same, all right, but where I've seen the big players in Google My Business rocket is when they just go big or go home. So, for example, I had a client who had 539 Google reviews, and then their next competitor had 200. They were just double the size of anybody else. Therefore, their Google My Business rankings were always near the top. I have another client whose average competitor has about 3 Google rankings. I keep saying Google rankings. Two reviews rankings. They don't even sound similar. I don't know why they're mixing them up. But I had a client who had competitors of like average competitor had about 3 reviews, 4 reviews, but they have 99. So they always are the number one in the entire area they're trying to rank for. So what I would say is yes, focus on your Google My Business optimizations, but what I have found is really go for those Google My Business reviews, and those will really drive home some positive rankings in the Google My Business section. So that's pretty much what it is. There's nothing complex about that. So if you've done all your optimization for Google My Business, I highly encourage you make it an emphasis for the business, and don't make where I feel clients fall a little bit is when they really like, oh yeah, we'll focus on it, we'll get 5. You really need to be like orders of magnitude higher than your next client. So like for example, the one I just said, the average competitor has 3, they have 99. I like to say go for 50, go for 100. And Google My Business reviews aren't that difficult to get. They don't require long prompts. It's just a star and a quick text. So if you can do so, you should. And I think those will help you the most in Google My Business. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pour out my tea, guys. It is a really hot day. I don't know if you can tell. It's like the sun's beating down, but you gotta commit to the tea, right? Tea is good, hot, cold, doesn't matter. But if you guys found the video valuable, please like and subscribe. And if you enjoyed what you saw today, I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks, everybody.